Hi Virgo, happy Valentine's Day. Welcome to your February 2022 astrological forecast. So, even though the sun and a couple other things are in Aquarius right now, there are still 4 planets in Capricorn, a fellow earth sign for you, right? Okay, so where you have Capricorn in your chart is your 5th house of fun, creativity, sports, games, any form of entertainment, uh, children, gambling, speculation, parties. It's the house of having a good time. Okay, so Pluto's been here for a while. Mars just moved here on January 24th, and Venus is still here till the beginning of March, and Mercury is here. Okay, it turns direct on the 3rd, but it's been here back and forth between Capricorn and Aquarius. So it moves into Aquarius on the 14th, on Valentine's Day. But for now, it's still in your 5th house and it turns direct on the 3rd. So you have a very active 5th house here right now. Okay, so I would have to say that, especially having Mars here, okay, and this is the house of like games, physical activity too, like as far as fun goes, doing things like dancing, something physical. You could even just be like riding a bike or taking long walks or something. But having Mars wherever it is brings a lot of energy and enthusiasm, but physical energy to that area. So you could be doing something, even just like taking up sports, playing some sport or something, just for now. It could turn out to be a lot of fun, though. Something that you keep up with even after this. But, you do have the love planets, Venus and Mars, in the house of romance. So I'd have to say that you're pretty active in this area, too. If you are already seeing someone, you're seeing them a hell of a lot more than you normally do. Doing a lot more things with them, it doesn't all have to be romantic, but it's fun. You're doing something fun with someone that you've been seeing. If you don't have anyone romantic in your life right now, you have a lot of prospects just due to the fact that Mars is here. It does make you a little bit more aggressive in looking for someone to like hang out with. Even it doesn't always have to be just romance. You could find some like a companion just for fun to have fun with. Okay, as far as creativity goes, if you were working on something, it's really getting the attention it deserves right now. Okay, when Mercury was here before, and it was in direct motion in Capricorn, and maybe you started something, or we're putting finishing touches on something or other, and then it turned retrograde, and you either lost interest or you were blocked in some way or other. But now that Mercury is here again, you're revisiting this project, and it's turning direct, so you're finishing it finally. The blockage that you had, it's gone. Okay, so you could do an awful lot of just having fun. I would have to say having fun and attending at least one party or other. Okay. Now the sun is, though, in Aquarius, in your 6th house where you have the sign of Aquarius. Up until the 18th, there's a new moon in Aquarius on the 1st. Saturn is still here, and Mercury does move into Aquarius again on Valentine's Day. Because, like I said, it was already here. Mercury kept moving back and forth between Capricorn and Aquarius. So now it's back in Aquarius, and it's in direct motion. So your 6th house is the house of health, service to others, okay? But it's the big house of work, the kind of work that you do, the workplace, your co-workers, even the very building that you work in. It's your work schedule, So you have Saturn here right now. So Jupiter was just here and helped your job along in some way or other, but now it's moved. It moved into your opposite sign of Pisces, into your 7th house. So right now, all you have is Saturn in your 6th house. So you could be carrying an awful lot of workload, a huge workload, or more responsibility at work, or all of a sudden you're responsible for this, that, and whatever, and this somebody, could be a boss, or it could be just your company, like putting this on you, okay? Now, this new moon on the 1st could be a time where, a new moon does bring new beginnings, okay? So this is occurring in your work, okay? The workplace, whatever, you could even get some kind of new assignment at this time. Jupiter was traveling here with Saturn, so it just only recently moved. So maybe these things that I was just talking about with having tons of responsibility and all that other stuff have just happened. Okay, now that Jupiter has moved here and you're just experiencing Saturn in your 6th house, okay? Or maybe you can see that coming, by the way people are talking, that's what they're going to try to do. Your company or your boss or somebody, or even a co-worker that doesn't like to work at all, whatever, they're going to try to shove some stuff on you to do and not really give you anything in return, okay? So you could be kind of like warding that off right now around that new moon of the 1st, okay? It's a new beginning. It's a new beginning. That's what a new moon is, whatever house it's occurring in. So I'd have to say, this is your schedule, work schedule, how you do your work, how you interact even with your coworkers. If you're self-employed, how you interact with your clients. You may be changing your fees, increasing them. You're getting down to what really matters. I believe that's what Saturn is doing here for you. It's helping you actually stabilize something that maybe your schedule is all over the place. People come and go, revolving door. Policies change on a whim. Stuff like that. So if you don't work at all, you're still, there's still something occurring within your daily schedule. Okay. Even your home life, okay, right? That you're just like trying to straighten out. Okay, now there's a full moon on the 16th in the sign of Leo. Okay, where you have Leo in your chart is your 12th house. It's directly across from your 6th house of Aquarius, and the 12th house is the house of secrets and behind the scenes actions taken by you or someone else. So I would have to say that at this time, around this full moon, you could find out some kind of secret about the company you work for, or a co-worker, or a boss, or someone, I want to say, just because you have all these planets in your 5th house of romance, someone you work with could reveal themselves as a secret admirer or something, or they could hit on you at work, it's kind of like a surprise. You could be floored by it. It could be an unwelcome kind of gesture, that you don't know what to do, but it's a secret. You're keeping it to yourself. You're not letting anybody know that this happened. Or you could even, accidentally walk in on something happening at work that isn't supposed to be. Okay, and it puts you in an uncomfortable position, but I believe you're keeping it to yourself. Okay, so on the 18th also, the sun does move into Pisces, into your 7th house where you have Pisces. Okay, Jupiter just moved here, right? And Neptune is already here. So Jupiter in your 7th house opens up opportunities for new people coming into your life to make a close friendship or some kind of relationship with. This is the house of close relationships, and it's usually romantic, business, or close friend. Okay, having Jupiter and Neptune traveling here together, I did a video on Jupiter and Pisces, so you may want to listen to that. Because these two planets together bring about kind of like a selfless, altruistic kind of outlook very spiritual, religious even in some ways. So you could, when Neptune was just here by itself, there were times where you weren't seeing your partner clearly. Okay, if this is a spouse or a romantic partner, you were seeing them through what is called rose-colored glasses. Okay, seeing the good side of them and refusing to see any flaws that they may have. Okay, Jupiter comes along here and sometimes enhances that outlook. You know what I mean? Where you could be really giving up an awful lot of power, your own power even, to make decisions within a partnership. If this is, especially if it's a business partnership, they could be talking you into anything, that they know what they're doing more than you do, and it's better that they run the company and blah, 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 As far as romance goes, you could have someone, I don't know, I don't want to say picking you apart, but molding you into something that they want, some kind of ideal or whatever. And you could be going along with it because you're feeling pretty good or whatever, when it comes to your close relationships. It just doesn't seem like a very big deal to you right now. But you know what? Somewhere down the ways it's going to be. Okay? So, the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Virgo on the 16th, 17th, and 18th. The best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Pisces, and those dates are the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, any kind of gambling or speculation, and anything to do with children is the 11th, 12th, 13th, 25th, 26th, and 27th. The best time for money is the 4th, 5th, 6th, 19th, and 20th. The best time for your career is the 9th, 10th, and 11th. And the best time for communication and travel is the 6th, 7th, 8th, 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. So, happy Valentine's Day to you. I'd like to thank my subscribers for your continued support. And if you're new to my channel and you like this video, please like and share. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also, check out the links below in the description box for information on your chart, astrology. And check out my weekly forecasts. Okay, so I'll see you next week. Goodbye.